DoorDash just revealed a delivery robot. This is really interesting. So this is Dot. This is how it looks. I guess it looks kind of cute. And in a sense, this is almost kind of like the Waymo of delivery. Getting delivery, getting food. Apparently, it's been tested on hundreds of thousands of miles on public roads, safely navigating road closures, construction zones, etc. It's friendly, efficient, and sustainable. It is made for local delivery, as you can imagine, with this being pretty small. And what's kind of crazy is they're saying, it's more convenient, peace of mind, zero emissions. This is how it looks, as you can see. So you put the food in it, it drives to the person's place, they unlock it, and you can get your food. Of course, there's a lot of safety concerns they already kind of thought about, because I was like, what if someone tries to steal your food? What about situations of, let's say, someone just messing with the device itself, even ignoring the whole food aspects? All this kind of stuff. And it works using sensors, architecture, battery, and a platform. So pretty self-explanatory in a sense. I'm going to go here to show you, because this can go up to, which is kind of crazy, 20 miles an hour. That's pretty fast, I feel like. So decent speed, and right now it's saying here that it is the Greater Phoenix area. Apparently it might be coming to LA soon, so maybe I could try this out just out of in the name of science, try it out on a video. Because when I go down here, this is like a YouTube video. You can see this is just kind of driving around. It's a bit bigger than I expected, but I wonder also too if it's on the main road, how annoying would it be to drive behind this. Of course, that's to worry about just life happening with people walking on the sidewalk, bikes, etc. Of course, they've thought of all of this, but you can see pretty secure how it gets locked up, drives to the person's place, and then you get your food. Now, I gotta be honest, I feel a bit mixed about this, as you probably do as well. On this channel, I've done a lot of videos, of course, about Lyft and Uber. I've done some about delivery driving here and there, like Uber Eats, DoorDash, Postmates, etc. But this is really interesting because, like I said, it is really the Waymo of delivery driving. As we all know, Uber and Lyft versus Waymo is now a pretty big debate. Waymo also just announced, I've not done a video about this yet, but they just announced they're now going to be in numerous other cities from to Detroit to San Diego and more. So Waymo's spreading like crazy. And this is going to sound kind of interesting or maybe even counterintuitive, but I actually think the logistics of delivery driving are more difficult to deal with than a Waymo. Now, of course, you're talking about two very different things. You're talking about a ride share with people in the car. And I think, of course, safety is way more important when it comes to a person being in a vehicle than just food. Of course, we all know that. But I think the logistics of delivery driving are actually a bit more tricky, in my opinion, because of the way this has to operate, how you do put the food in it. I actually think this is actually a bit trickier to handle of delivering people's food. Let me know what you think. I actually think that just the way it all works. And I do have a couple questions about how it's going to evolve because one, of course, food quality, food safety, the restaurant puts the food in it and it delivers. So what happens if something happens to the food on the way there? Do you blame the restaurant? Because the restaurant could have messed up, of course. Or do you blame Dot? Do you blame the robot? What if someone messed with it? They kind of shook it and it spilled your milkshake. How would you deal with that? And then also, too, these just going out and about. Of course, I know they have detection systems, cameras. They're using LiDAR. There's probably some kind of navigation. Of course, there's navigation on it. So I do think safety isn't as much of a concern, but I think the big thing for me when it comes to this is when it comes to delivery driving versus rideshare driving, I have talked about this in a few videos, or a lot of them, right? Pros and cons on both sides. For me, I've done delivery driving before, did not like it. I love rideshare driving, though. So, and other people feel the exact opposite. I think the tricky thing, though, is when it comes to delivery driving and delivering someone's food, let's say you get to an apartment complex. For a lot of people, when it comes to delivery, let's say it's Friday at 2 a.m., let's say it's Tuesday at noon, whatever the case is, a lot of times you want your food delivered right to you, right? You want the food delivered right to you. So in a situation like this, I can see some people saying, oh man, with a Waymo, a Lyft, or an Uber, you have to physically leave your house, of course. So it's not weird to get into a Waymo, and a Waymo to drop you off, and you have to go into your residence, go to that bar, go to wherever your destination is. It's expected that, of course, you're going to have to move. I know it sounds weird to say, but on a video like this, it's important because something like this, I can see some people saying, oh, I live in an apartment complex. I'm apartment number 34, right? Why would I want to have this come and drop it off when I have to then leave my house, put on shoes, put on a shirt? I'm not really in the mood to have to get changed. Like, I could see some people kind of being annoyed by this. Then again, it is tough to say. I think that is the logistics of delivery driving that gets a bit tricky, where it's expected that with rideshare driving, the passenger goes to the thing. They go to the car, they go to the vehicle. With delivery driving, it's the opposite. It's expected that the delivery driver themselves comes to your door. That's where I feel like the logistics get a bit tricky. Now, of course, in a situation like this with Dot, if it just goes to your house and like say it's just right out in front, okay, that's a little different. But again, in an apartment complex, some people might get annoyed. They're like, oh, I don't want to have to like go to the elevator and go downstairs or blah, blah, blah. I just want my food delivered right to my door. Now, my guess is, of course, this is, of course, a beta stage where maybe you can pick and choose, like maybe in some places like Phoenix and potentially maybe soon be LA. Maybe it could be a situation where they say, hey, do you want to try out Dot? And you can pick and choose. And there could be pros, like say, as the person ordering the food, looks at order food, I'm like, well, with Dot, I don't have to tip. So it's kind of like, do I want to save money on the tip, but then I have to physically go down and get the food? Or do I want to be able to just have someone drop it off for me, and I want to be lazy, just sit on my couch, just kind of veg out, so to speak, but then I have to pay a tip, right? So there could be some kind of trade-off of using this, but again, this is, a pretty interesting thing, because seeing this, I'm just like, man, the future's here. I've done a lot of videos about Waymo, and now robots getting into the delivery space is interesting. I will say this, though. There have been, I can't remember the name of it, I have seen delivery robots in places like West Hollywood and Hollywood here in Los Angeles that look kind of like this. Very similar concept. It almost looks like a moving cart that you open it, put the food in, it drives to the person's place or whatever. But I think as far as I know, that's like a third-party thing, right? And I've mentioned before with Waymo, for example, you have the Waymo vehicles in terms of, like, say, working with Uber and, like, say, Austin, Texas. But you also have Waymo itself as an internal thing. And with this, Doordash made it themselves. So it's not like a third-party company they hired to build it, or maybe they did in a sense. But when it comes to the business aspects of this, it is their own vehicle. It's the Doordash Dot. And here we are. So it's interesting because I feel like, though, even though this might seem scary, right? This is almost like us looking at Waymo 3 or 4 years ago. I do think, like I said, even though it sounds very counterintuitive, I do think the logistics of delivery driving are a bit trickier to overcome. Like, the only thing I can think of in future is somehow a robot can drive. They get out of their car, and it's like a robot if you picture it, then they walk up to your house and drop it off. I feel like that is the only way to make delivery driving or delivery driving with a robot kind of the same logistic as a human. Because when it comes to a vehicle, the vehicle just has to go from point A to point B. Getting in an Uber or getting in a Waymo, your experience for the most part logistically is very similar, right? You have to leave your house anyway. You have to get in it anyway. You buckle up your seatbelt. And of course, a lot of people are preferring Waymo over Ubers and Lyfts because they've been shown to be safer. You have the car to yourself, there are some advantages. But in general, the logistics as the passenger, as the person ordering it, let me say it like that, the same. With this, it's different. And the big question is, are people going to be mad at having to put in more effort to get their food? And of course, it does depend on your residence. Some people say, hey, I don't want to have to, again, an apartment complex is the perfect example. People sometimes want the food brought directly right in front of their apartment door. Other people are like, hey, you know what? I'll meet you in the lobby. And in this case, meeting a human in the lobby versus Doordash Dot in the lobby, kind of similar. But again, then you still have to leave your place. I don't think this can drive into an apartment building, right? So you would have to still go outside. So there are some more steps you have to make as a consumer, as someone purchasing it when it comes to this. That being said, no tip. At least I assume that would be kind of weird to like tip a robot. You never know. But so some people might say, you know what? I'm saving $5 or whatever the tip is. I'm just going to use this.